Alright, so I was on bleedingfool.com and I saw this news article. It's from Jameson Ashley. It's actually from several days ago, but Phase Bore, theme of the Marvels film to be pain and trauma. According to filmmaker Nia DaCosta, who's the director for the Marvels movie, by the way, the Marvels will be far from an escapist comic book adaptation with the superhero antics being used to confront important concerns. Nope. DaCosta has indicated that the Marvels will tackle many of the same topics as the upcoming horror sequel Candyman, including racism, pain, and trauma. And it goes on and it talks about, well, they would appear at first glance to have nothing in common. But she's definitely found a way to address problems that she believes are essential. And here's a quote from her. I can say that it's a very different beast, but I am obsessed with how we all deal with our pain and trauma, and there's some of that in the story. It's like, ugh. God almighty, this fucking sounds terrible. And it goes on and it talks about how she'll be joined, Captain Marvel will be joined by Monica Rambeau and Ms. Marvel. And it's like, okay, well, right on. I get it. Okay, I mean, they're wondering if Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, can carry the film by herself. Okay, maybe. Okay, let's bring on some other people. Then they're going to bring in these characters, and you're like, oh, I don't know how they're going to connect them, but maybe. I mean, they all Marvel, I guess. Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, etc. But here's the thing, though, is you're going to, it's about pain and trauma and shit like that. It's like, man, nobody wants to see that shit. Not from a fucking superhero movie. Why the fuck does anybody in their right mind want to go to see a movie that they're expecting, superhero action, but it's got less action than it should because we're trying to fill in a bunch of pain and trauma. Like, what the fuck, Pain and trauma? What the hell are you talking about? That's ridiculous. It's bullshit. It's like, man, get the hell out of here. People want excitement. People want escapism. They want great action. Maybe some humor. I mean, me personally, throw the humor in. Just do it at the right times. You don't, when you're having a big climactic showdown between the hero and the villain, don't go into some fucking bits and stuff. But in the right place, humor is absolutely needed. Action needed all the time, basically, in my opinion. But this shit here, it's like pain and trauma. That's like, I already wasn't interested in the movie much at all because I don't care for the characters. Although Monica Rambeau, she was fine. I mean, I kind of liked her in WandaVision to a point. I haven't seen the Ms. Marvel or whatever. I didn't care much for Captain Marvel, but pain and trauma. Like, seriously, why the hell are you doing this? You're not some like hoity-toity type of movie. You're not this big drama epic. It's Marvel movies. I understand people are like, hey, Marvel movies are all the same. They're cardboard cutouts or cookie cutter. They're this, they're that. I'd rather deal with that. I'd rather deal with like Scorsese saying that they're like theme park rides and stuff. I'd rather deal with that than deal with pain and trauma. Well, what the fuck I want to listen or watch that shit? I don't. Anyway, like I said, the movie already seems like it's not going to be very good because I'm not a fan of Brie Larson. Because the way she does Captain Marvel is just fucking terrible in my eyes. But anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here because I could rant forever about this movie, which I probably shouldn't because it's like I don't care. Let it come and go. It probably won't do all that well at the box office, especially not if it's about pain and trauma. Not a lot of people are going to be rushing out to go see a movie about pain and trauma, especially in the current time. It's like, keep your little woke messages about racism, pain, and trauma and stuff. Keep that shit out of the movies. People don't want to see that shit. If they want to see that shit, they'll watch the news. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and have a good one.